first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, good evening to you on this evening where we've got clear skies and plenty of sunshine across the area with temperatures that made it to the 50s in some areas. 50 in Springfield, 49 in Effingham, and 49 degrees in the Champaign area. Here's a look at your evening planner as we go throughout the rest of tonight. Temperatures into the low 40s. It's going to cool off again when we come back. We have to look at the weekend. It's got some rain in there and some really gusty winds. We'll show that to you when we come back. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
Champaign County is seeing a consistent surge in COVID cases. The new rules people and businesses are being asked to follow. Plus, a man is facing charges after police were led on a high-speed chase. We hear from someone who watched it all go down. And people in a mobile home park had their water shut off for more than a day. Why they say ownership didn't do enough to warn them.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
If people are going to continue to gather and have weddings and have receptions and act like we're not in a pandemic, then, schools are going to suffer.
That's what Champaign County is facing as a record number of COVID cases rolls in. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini. Champaign County has a positivity rate of more than 8%, higher than ever. Today, the health district announced stricter regulations as we move closer to the winter months. WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen is live in Champaign. So, Jennifer, how is this going to affect schools?
Paul, the health department is recommending that all schools switch to fully remote learning as soon as possible. CUPHD director says that they're consistently getting between 100 and 150 positive cases per day. CUPHD is tracking more than 7,500 confirmed COVID cases. They say the widespread transmission is mostly contact traced back to large family and friend gatherings at homes and people who are going inside bars and restaurants. Tier 2 mitigation starts next week. Here's a list of the new guidelines by CUPHD. They're recommending all schools switch to remote learning until January. Churches should have remote services only. Bars and restaurants should have only outdoor service. And they recommend that people do not have large family gatherings for the holidays and say they should only gather with people who live in their immediate household.
So upset that the recommendation is to have schools go to remote learning. They're doing a great job with, the control guidance that we've put in. But with this much uncontrollable spread, you'll notice on the guidance that came down from, ISB and IDPH that once we get to a certain level of positivity, that this is the recommended steps to take.
7 people from Champaign County are hospitalized right now with the virus and 37 have died. More than 913,000 tests have been done in Champaign County. CUPHD reminds people to consistently wear a mask and the importance of social distancing to prevent the spread of coronavirus. Live in Champaign, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Yeah, Jennifer, some pretty simple instructions to follow. Thanks for that update. Well, here is a look at today's COVID numbers statewide. The state's positivity rate is continuing to rise. It is now at 13.9%. We have over 12,700 new cases in just the last 24 hours. More than 5,200 people are in the hospital, 956 in the ICU, 438 on ventilators. 43 more people have died, including 4 in central Illinois. There have been more than 10,400 COVID-related deaths in the state. Here's an update now. Officials have identified a man who was hit by a train yesterday near Tuscola. The Douglas County coroner says 35-year-old Brandon Warnick from Assumption was killed. Crash happened at the Cabot Corporation. Police and the Watco Company are continuing to investigate his death. A man in Paris faces several charges after police were led on a car chase. Joseph Christopher is facing 5 charges, including driving under the influence of drugs. Paris police say officers responded to a fight at a home Tuesday afternoon. That's when they say Christopher and others involved drove off while possibly armed. Several cars chased Christopher along county roads before he crashed into a home near the corner of Vance and Kimball Streets. Authorities say Christopher tried to run. One man says he saw it happen.
As they chased the guy down, they knocked down a big section of fence in my backyard. So I guess he tried to hop my fence or something. It was clearly on drugs pretty bad, flailing about. Looked like, he was having some issues. He was driving recklessly, could have hit a lot of people.
Police say an ambulance took Christopher to the hospital before he ended up in the Edgar County Jail. Here's a follow-up to a deadly crash this week. An alderman in Springfield says something needs to be done about the dangerous intersection where it happened. 32-year-old Jacob Lohman died after a crash at Lawrence and MacArthur on Monday. At Tuesday night's Committee of the Whole, Alderman Kristen DeCenso called it a problem intersection and said people have known it's been an issue for decades. She says the faster there's a solution to that intersection, the better. City leaders in Champaign are asking for your help to improve the community's safety. The city is holding police community study circles. WCIA 3's Jamie Mays has more on how people can get involved.
People are still able to join the study circles. The mayor says anyone is able to participate. These sessions are a follow-up to the community listening sessions the city had in September and October. These meetings are designed to be more in-depth conversations about the future of policing in Champaign. The information gathered during the study circles will be shared with City Council as they make public safety policy decisions for the city. The mayor says it's important to have community input.
Having that open dialogue and working together with the community as a partnership is something that Champaign Police has strived to do.
The circles will each have about 10 people grouped with police representatives. They will discuss things like police community relations, training and education, and the role of law enforcement when responding to calls for service, such as mental illness. There will be 3 sessions that will happen on Zoom. In Champaign, Jamie Mays, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
The first session is tonight from 6 to 8. People at a mobile home park in Vermilion County are voicing their frustrations after going without water for nearly a day and a half. It happened at Danville's Town and Country Trailer Park homes near Georgetown and East Hegler Lane. They say until earlier this afternoon, their complaints fell largely on deaf ears. WCIA 3's Jared Farmer spoke to some of the people who live there. So, Jared, what did they tell you?
Well, they told me that the major complaint that they've made is that they're having their water shut off without being told well in advance. On Tuesday evening, people who are not licensed plumbers came to fix a faulty water pipe. The next morning, water for the entire park was shut off. The people living there say this isn't the first time this has happened and that they just want ownership to be better about communicating.
It's rough. I mean, you can't do nothing. You can't do your dishes. You can't take a shower. You can't flush your stool. And right now it's really bad because we're in the middle of a pandemic.
Ownership says they work on fixing issues immediately as they see them, and the water is fixed now, but now everyone in the park will have to follow a boil order for the next 48 hours. The Illinois Department of Public Health will be issuing a warning letter to ownership for not using a licensed plumber. The next offense would result in a $5,000 fine.
All right, Jared, thanks. Teachers in Illinois could soon be following a new set of standards, while the proposed rules will, or have rather, run into some opposition. Plus this.
Now, Altgeld Hall will become more student-oriented than ever.
The U of I is taking on a multi-million-dollar renovation project. The changes coming to campus.